And so for people who are just uncomfortable talking about the nuances of human relationality and love and sex, this is going to be a hard movie to sit through and watch.
So is it more like a horror movie for those who are socially awkward and anxious?
Yeah, actually, probably it is. I mean, comedy and horror, they're cousins, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting, almost anticipating the movie to get horror, like blood horror. It never
Okay.
gets there, right? But this is absolutely like a horror film if you hate talking about complex things.
You've been watching World Cup. How about Norway? Norway won one step closer to the furthest they've ever been. Let's not say they're going to win, but the furthest they've ever been.
Yeah.
In addition to watching World Cup, have been to the theaters.
Mhm.
Tell me about The Invite.
What an amazing movie. Okay, so The Invite will be coming out July 10th, so next week. This is a movie, it's got 4 actors in it. We've got Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, Edward Norton. This is a bottle episode of a movie. Do you know what a bottle? You know what a bottle episode is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where in a TV show they would take, in order to like save costs on like a sitcom, they would keep all of their actors in one room for an episode.
Mhm.
And the story would just be contained where everyone just talks at each other the entire time. And it's called a bottle episode because all your characters are in a bottle. The Invite is a bottle episode of a movie. So they stay in a room to cut costs, and it's basically just wall-to-wall emotional dialogue. This is funny. Community, if you've seen the TV show Community, makes fun of this. They have a bottle episode that they call out as being a bottle episode. The Invite is a bottle episode of a movie. I love when movies do this, where there's only like, a handful of actors who are on screen at any given time or given dialogue. I don't know if you saw Destination Wedding with Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. Hilarious movie, so good. Only 2 actors with speaking parts the entire time. I love a bottle episode movie. I love it because it forces the script to be really good because there's nowhere to hide. The characters are just in a room with each other talking the entire time, and there's nowhere to hide. And I love that because there's nowhere to hide, the script has to be really, really good. And in The Invite, the script is really, really good. So high level, you get Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. Their characters are married. They invite their upstairs neighbors down for a little dinner party get together, who are Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz, and hijinks ensue. I guess from there, Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen's characters are married, and it's clear from the opening scene that their relationship is on the fritz. And then you get Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz's characters, who are the kind of these enigmatic, mysterious, emotionally open characters who are unafraid of talking about the elephant in the room. And so that's kind of the premise of the movie.
Now, for a little background, the writers are Will McCormick, who's an actor mainly and done a little bit of writing. He helped work on the story for Toy Story 4. I'm going to butcher this name. Cesc Gay, Cesc Gay, from Spain. A lot of Spanish stuff. I've never seen any of the movies he's done, but he's done quite a bit. And then Rashida Jones was also credited as a writer.
Yeah.
But the cast was supposed to be completely different when this movie started. It was going to be Amy Adams, Paul Rudd, and Tessa Thompson. And then it was stuck so long in development hell. They were like, okay, never mind. Brand new cast. So talk to me about the casting, if you felt like it was right, or if it felt like, maybe they're just buddies. They called each other up.
No, this casting felt right. Because there's nowhere to hide for the script, there's also nowhere to hide for the actors. There's no big, huge action set pieces for actors just kind of hide behind, right? This is just wall-to-wall dialogue and emotional complexity and nuance and stuff. And like Seth Rogen nails it. Olivia Wilde nails it. Penelope Cruz nails it. And Edward Norton nails it.
Yeah.
Because there isn't a huge cast of people to rely on. Everyone's got to show up. Everyone's got to bring their A game. And there wasn't a missed beat in this movie. You watch the trailer, that's the movie you're getting. And you're getting it even more than what the trailer's showing.
Yeah, did you watch the movie Splitsville?
No.
That came out last year. The trailer for that looked amazing of like, oh my gosh, this couple, they're fighting in the car a little bit. The wife is like, hey, I want to have sex with other people. Her husband goes running off into the lake pretty much and goes to their friend's house to camp out, finds out that his friends are also in an open relationship. And so from the trailer, you're like, this is going to get spicy. It's going to get wild. and it does for like a quarter of the movie, and then it's a completely different movie. So watching this trailer, I was like, oh, is it going to be Splitsville? Is it going to start this way, and then it's going to go back to like daily life and driving to work? And I'm glad to hear it doesn't.
No, because it's so much of a bottle episode that the entire thing happens in an evening. So you don't get days on end. Like this is one dinner invite that we are forced to watch through to its natural conclusion,
Oh,
right?
baby.
Like, so for people who don't like secondhand anxiety, secondhand embarrassment in movies, you buckle up because this is full of it, right? There's a thing that movies and TV shows will do where they will write themselves into an incredibly awkward moment, make a joke about it, and then cut.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to see the fallout of it. And then that absolves the writers of the responsibility of having to deal with the situation that they got their characters into. And we just kind of roll with it, as audiences, because we're kind of trained to just expect joke, cut.
Yeah.
This movie does not do that. This movie writes characters into the awkward moments, makes the joke, and then makes them deal with the fact that they made a joke about this really serious thing.
Oof.
And so for people who are just uncomfortable talking about the nuances of human relationality and love and sex, this is going to be a hard movie to sit through and watch. The audience probably won't be watching my face, but I was literally like,
Mouth
literally
agape.
mouth agape, hand over mouth, just like, I can't believe that I get to watch this. Yeah.
So is it more like a horror movie for those who are socially awkward and anxious?
Yeah, actually, probably it is. I mean, comedy and horror, they're cousins, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting, almost anticipating the movie to get horror like blood horror. It never
Okay.
gets there, right? But this is absolutely like a horror film if you hate talking about complex things. And if you get bad secondhand trauma and anxiety, because that's what this movie is. And this thing's an hour and 45 minutes long, right? So
Yeah.
I'd say the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie is basically people being angry at each other and like a clearly emotionally repressed relationship between Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. And there's nowhere to hide with this. Like, as an audience member, there's nowhere to hide. You are forced to watch them be angry at each other in their relationship. And it's so well done. Like, I'm pitching this, I'm worried that people are gonna be like, oh, I can't watch this. Like, no, it's beautifully shot, beautifully acted, beautifully written. The cinematography is insane. Olivia Wilde is a phenomenal director. She does a phenomenal job moving the camera around in this movie.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest surprise when you texted. You were like, hey, by the way, the cinematography and camera work is insane. But you know what? It makes me smile because it points to her in the studio. She does care about it. And we've already known this about her movies, but I'm glad to hear this one's no different than that. She does something interesting with the camera. It's not just, like you said, not just a episode in a bottle with a three camera setup. It's dynamic.
No, like the blocking, the way the actors are like set up on stage, the way they move on the set, the way the focus shifts between characters, the way the set is designed so that it's clear. I mean, the actors are not often in the middle of the frame, they're on the edges of the frame a lot. And there's window panes that exist between them, or walls or doors that are between them. And it's so clear. It's not just the way the camera moves, but the way that she's set it up so that we're like looking up at a character or looking down at someone, and like it does a lot of lifting to help tell the story, and like it's crazy impressive.
So beyond this being a perfect movie for future therapist Madison, it's also a movie for anyone who
Yeah.
enjoys good story, great casting, great directing and cinematography. I mean, sounds like a win across the board. So as long as you're willing to listen to and participate in some awkward conversations, sounds like a great movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's physical comedy. Seth Rogen does physical comedy really well. Yeah, definitely go see this movie. It is one of those where, me and my girlfriend and I walked out of it and it was like, who do we show this to? Who would be able to have the taste buds to appreciate this? Like, this is something that needs to be seen by a lot of people because of how clear it is that everyone brought their A game and everything's hitting on every level.
Now I'm just jealous I wasn't able to see it early.
Yeah.
Seated, I'm going to grab my tickets.
I will say this is a movie that is going to spark a lot of conversation because it is unflinching in its look at human relationship dynamics. It will undoubtedly spark conversation after the movie, and I think that is really good, and it's by design. And I think that it's one thing to just go to the movie, watch a movie, and then never think about it again. But I think this is a movie, you go to the movie, you watch a movie, and then it forces you to look back in on yourself and your own relationship dynamics. And I think that is also one of the big strengths of this movie.
Okay, so after we just had the drama this year that already started a whole bunch of conversation over controversy and interpersonal discussions and taking the famous female question of would you love me if I was a worm to whole new heights. You're saying the invite's going to do that again?
Absolutely.
You have job security, my friend. If these movies keep getting made, we'll need more and more Madison Daniels therapists.
I know. I feel like I should start creating a list of movies that I will recommend to clients. And this is a movie that I would recommend to clients.
Oh, maybe that'll be a series we do. The film prenup. We got to have at least 10 movies you got to watch and discuss before you pop the big question.
Yeah, no, that's a good series idea.
The invite's on it. The invite is on it. Any last thoughts before we wrap up?
Nope, that is it. Everyone go see it. Stat.
Everyone go see it. We'll have links in the show notes of where you can buy tickets and book your seats. And until next time, watch good movies and TV and go see The Invite.